This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Latest findings in Trump assassination attempt. Thomas Matthew Crook's preparation and security concerns uncovered. The latest on the Trump assassination attempt investigation reveals key details that have emerged about the assailant, Thomas Matthew Crooks, who purchased a firearm, practiced at a shooting range, and acquired a ladder. The FBI is examining his background and phone records to determine if he was a politically motivated domestic extremist. Notably, video evidence shows that police received a warning about the shooter at least 86 seconds before shots were fired, raising questions about potential security lapses. Law enforcement was stationed in the building from which Crooks fired, further highlighting the need for scrutiny of security protocols. The incident has drawn significant attention to the effectiveness of security measures, particularly at high-profile events involving former or current political figures. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Biden's bold move, implementing term limits and ethics code in Supreme Court reform. President Joe Biden is preparing to announce significant reforms to the U.S. Supreme Court, including the implementation of term limits for justices and the establishment of a stricter code of ethics. This development follows growing concerns about the court's impartiality and accountability, highlighted by recent controversial decisions and ethical issues involving justices. Biden's proposal is expected to face considerable challenges, as implementing these reforms requires congressional approval. The move marks a notable shift for Biden, who had previously resisted calls to reform the court. The proposed reforms aim to address concerns about the court's lifetime appointments and ethics. Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito have faced personal ethics controversies, with Thomas under scrutiny for not disclosing lavish gifts and travel, and Alito displaying flags associated with the January 6 insurrection outside his residences. Biden's decision to explore these changes comes in response to a series of rulings by the court's conservative majority that have eroded abortion rights, obstructed gun control measures, and curtailed other freedoms. The court's recent decision on presidential immunity has also been cited as a basis for dismissing a legal case against Donald Trump. Prominent figures such as Elizabeth Warren and Pramila Jayapal have supported these reforms, emphasizing their necessity in maintaining the integrity of the Supreme Court. However, skeptics argue that such changes could undermine the foundational principles of the court and its independence from political influence. The effectiveness of these proposed reforms will depend significantly on bipartisan support, which remains uncertain in the current polarized political climate. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. California bans school notification of student gender changes, a milestone for LGBTQ+ rights and privacy debate. California has become the first state to ban school policies that require teachers to notify parents about students' gender identity changes. This legislation, signed by Governor Gavin Newsom, aims to protect the privacy of LGBTQ+ students in the state's public education system. The bill has sparked significant debate about the balance between student privacy and parental rights. Advocates argue that the law is a vital step in ensuring the safety and well-being of transgender and non-binary students, reducing the risk of forced outings that can lead to familial rejection and mental health issues. Opponents, however, contend that the legislation infringes on parents' rights to be informed about important aspects of their children's lives. In response to the new law, a group has already filed a lawsuit challenging the ban, claiming it violates parental rights and lacks transparency. Despite the legal challenges and ongoing debate, California's move represents a significant milestone in the efforts to protect student privacy and support LGBTQ+ rights in schools. The law prohibits school districts from mandating parental notification regarding a student's gender identity or sexual orientation without the child's consent, except in certain circumstances. This change aims to provide a safer and more supportive environment for LGBTQ+ students, who may fear rejection or harm if their parents are informed without their consent. The legal battles unfolding around this law will be closely watched by educators, parents, and policymakers nationwide. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024, fall of a senator. Bob Menendez convicted on corruption charges in federal trial. Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat from New Jersey, has been found guilty on all 16 counts in a federal corruption trial. The charges included bribery, acting as a foreign agent for Egypt, obstruction of justice, and wire fraud related to honest services. Menendez was accused of accepting bribes in the form of cash and gold in exchange for political favors and sensitive information. The investigation involved the FBI and other federal agencies, and court documents showed that Menendez used his position to benefit businessmen and entities connected to the Egyptian government. The trial lasted 9 weeks and featured extensive evidence, including gold bars worth over $100,000 and more than $480,000 in cash found at Menendez's home. 2 businessmen, Weil Hanna and Fred Dabes, were also convicted on all counts they faced. Another businessman, Jose Uribe, pleaded guilty and testified against Menendez. Menendez's conviction marks a significant downfall for the long-term Democratic senator, who has previously faced similar allegations. The trial revealed a pattern of illegal activities, including Menendez's involvement with a Qatari investment fund and his connections to foreign agents. The FBI investigation led to the uncovering of extensive evidence against Menendez, leading to his conviction. Reaction to Menendez's conviction was swift, with several political leaders calling for his resignation. Among them was fellow New Jersey Democrat Andy Kim, who announced he would be challenging Menendez for his Senate seat. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer also called for Menendez's resignation. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Daylight fireball over NYC. A NASA analysis of the meteor event. A daylight fireball meteor may have rattled parts of New York City and New Jersey, according to NASA. The meteor, estimated to be about a foot across, was seen at 11:17 a.m. Eastern Time and traveled at a speed of 34,000 miles per hour. It flew over the Statue of Liberty before disintegrating 29 miles above Midtown Manhattan. Residents reported a loud boom and shaking, which was felt from southern New Jersey to parts of Queens and Brooklyn. NASA clarified that no meteorites were produced by this event. The agency also noted that military activity in the area may have contributed to the multiple shakings and sounds reported. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Midwest storm Havoc. Tornadoes, power outages, and emergency responses across Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa. A series of powerful storms and tornadoes swept across the Midwest, leaving significant damage and widespread disruptions. The storm's impact was felt across the region, with widespread damage reported. Over 500,000 residents were plunged into darkness due to power outages affecting multiple states. The hardest-hit areas included parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa, where emergency services worked tirelessly to restore basic services and provide aid to affected communities. In the Chicago area, multiple tornadoes formed simultaneously, causing property damage and endangering local residents. Passengers at O'Hare Airport were forced to shelter in place during the storm, while others rode out the winds on planes. A woman was killed in northwest Indiana, and evacuations were ordered in several areas. The National Weather Service issued continuous updates, emphasizing the importance of staying informed and prepared for ongoing weather threats. Efforts to restore power and services are ongoing, with utility companies and emergency responders working around the clock. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Bird flu outbreak at Colorado egg farm. 6 workers infected in Weld County. 6 Colorado workers have contracted bird flu, marking the highest number of human cases in any single U.S. state. The outbreak occurred at a commercial egg layer operation in Weld County, where workers were involved in culling infected poultry. All of the infected workers have mild symptoms, including conjunctivitis and common respiratory infection symptoms, and none were hospitalized. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, have confirmed 4 of the cases, with 1 additional case pending confirmation. The proper handling and cooking of poultry products kills bacteria and viruses, including avian flu viruses, making it safe to consume them. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Fatal police shooting near Republican National Convention sparks investigation and tension in Milwaukee. In Milwaukee, tensions rose near the Republican National Convention security perimeter as a fatal police shooting unfolded. 5 Columbus, Ohio police officers were involved in the incident, which resulted in the death of an armed man. Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman confirmed the incident but did not release the identity of the deceased or details about the weapon. The sequence of events leading to the shooting remains under investigation. Columbus police, who were assisting with security for the convention, reportedly encountered the armed individual outside the designated security zone. According to witnesses, verbal commands were issued before shots were fired. Authorities have launched a comprehensive investigation to understand the circumstances surrounding the incident. Milwaukee Police Department is collaborating closely with Columbus Police, emphasizing transparency as they proceed. The incident has sparked concerns and debates about security measures during large-scale political events. Public response to the incident has been swift, with varying opinions on law enforcement's actions. Community leaders and activists are calling for a thorough inquiry, demanding accountability and clarity. Despite the incident, the convention continued with heightened security protocols. As the investigation progresses, Milwaukee officials urge residents to remain calm and await the official findings. The shooting highlights the complexities and challenges faced by law enforcement during high-profile events. Further updates are expected as authorities continue their inquiry into this tragic event near the Republican National Convention. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024, remembering Joe Bryant, reflecting on the legacy of Kobe's father and basketball mentor. Joe "Jellybean" Bryant, the father of NBA legend Kobe Bryant, has passed away at the age of 69. Bryant, a prominent figure in the basketball world, played professionally in the NBA and internationally, influencing many young talents in the game. His contributions to the sport extended beyond his playing days, as he was also a coach, guiding many players, including his son Kobe. Joe Bryant's death was attributed to a stroke, a tragic event that has left the basketball community mourning. Bryant's legacy is tightly interwoven with that of his son Kobe, a 5-time NBA champion and Hall of Famer who himself passed away tragically in a helicopter crash in 2020. Joe Bryant played an instrumental role in Kobe's life and career, often seen as a guiding force behind the basketball prodigy's development. Despite the shadow of his son's immense fame, Joe Bryant maintained his own distinct identity within the sport. The news of Joe Bryant's passing has sparked a wave of condolences from fans and former players alike, honoring both his personal achievements and his influence on one of basketball's greatest. His death not only marks the loss of a remarkable athlete and coach, but also closes a significant chapter in basketball history. The Bryant family continues to be revered in the world of sports, and Joe Bryant's impact will be remembered for years to come. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Silicon Valley shifts. Elon Musk and tech giants rally financially behind Trump. Silicon Valley tech titans, including Elon Musk, are aligning their financial support behind Donald Trump's campaign. Notably, high-profile figures like Musk have committed substantial donations. Musk has indicated a plan to contribute around $45 million monthly to a new pro-Trump super PAC, marking a significant shift within the technology sector as influential leaders take clear political stances. This substantial financial backing from Silicon Valley represents a noteworthy development in the political landscape, sparking concerns about the potential impact on the political landscape and the evolving role of corporations and tech moguls in American politics. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Kennedy and Trump caught on tape. Vaccine skepticism sparks controversy. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has confirmed the legitimacy of a leaked video showing a phone call between him and former President Donald Trump. In the video, both figures express skepticism about vaccines, with Trump sharing disproven claims about childhood vaccines. Kennedy has since issued an apology for the content of the discussion, acknowledging the controversial nature of their statements. The video's emergence has sparked significant public discourse, with many questioning the implications of such high-profile figures voicing vaccine conspiracy theories. In his apology, Kennedy emphasized that the video does not represent his current views, and expressed regret for any confusion caused. The incident has drawn attention to the potential impact of misinformation on public health. This development comes amid ongoing debates about vaccine safety and the role of influential personalities in shaping public opinion. The circumstances surrounding the video's leak remain unclear, but it has undeniably reignited discussions on vaccine skepticism. Both Kennedy and Trump have been known for their critical views on vaccines, which continue to polarize audiences. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Ingrid Andress apologizes and seeks rehab after MLB Home Run Derby performance. Country singer Ingrid Andress has publicly apologized for her poor performance of the national anthem at the MLB Home Run Derby. During the event, Andress admitted she was intoxicated, leading to significant backlash from viewers and attendees. Following the incident, she announced her plans to seek rehabilitation. Andress' performance was heavily criticized online, with many expressing disappointment. In response, Andress acknowledged her mistake in a statement, expressing regret for letting down her fans and the event organizers. She emphasized the need to address her issues and took full responsibility for her actions. Plans for rehabilitation were confirmed shortly after the apology, indicating her commitment to personal improvement. This decision has garnered mixed reactions, with some fans offering support and others remaining critical. The singer's acknowledgement of her struggle with alcohol has sparked conversations about the pressures faced by artists and the importance of mental health support in the entertainment industry. The national anthem has historically been a challenging song to sing, and Andress' experience highlights the risks involved in performing it at high-profile events. Despite the negative feedback, Andress has taken responsibility for her actions and is seeking help to address her issues. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Tensions flare. Biden clashes with NBC's Lester Holt amidst media critique and political turmoil. President Joe Biden recently engaged in a tense and combative interview with NBC's Lester Holt, where he expressed frustration over unfavorable media coverage. The conversation grew heated when Holt pressed Biden about his administration's actions, prompting the president to inquire, "What's with you guys?" Biden appeared visibly frustrated, suggesting a perceived bias in media reporting. This interview took place just days after an attempted assassination on former President Donald Trump, making the tone of the dialogue particularly charged. Throughout the interview, Biden admitted to having made a mistake in targeting Trump with politically charged rhetoric, referring to placing him in a bullseye. This reflection came as Biden faced critical questions about accountability and language used in political discourse. Additionally, the interview covered Biden's administration's handling of various national issues, to which Biden responded with a defensive posture. Observers noted that Biden's repeated snapping at Holt was indicative of growing tension between the administration and mainstream media. Commentators within the media industry, including Rachel Maddow, reacted by labeling the interview as combative, highlighting the strained relationship between the press and the presidency. The interview coincided with the start of the Republican National Convention, and analysts speculate that a recent assassination attempt on Trump may bolster his image of strength, adding yet another layer of complexity to Biden's re-election prospects. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. AI training controversy. YouTube creators versus Apple, Nvidia, and Anthropic. YouTube creators have been caught off guard by the discovery that tech giants like Apple, Nvidia, and Anthropic have been using their videos to train AI models without their consent. This practice has raised significant concerns about data usage and intellectual property rights. Thousands of YouTube videos, including those from popular creators like MKBHD, were used to train AI models without permission. This has sparked outrage among content creators who feel their work has been exploited without their knowledge or consent. The use of these videos has been reported by several major tech companies, including Apple, Nvidia, and Anthropic. The practice has been widely criticized, with many calling for greater transparency and accountability in the use of user-generated content for AI training. The incident highlights the need for clearer guidelines and regulations on data usage and intellectual property rights in the age of AI development. As the tech industry continues to push the boundaries of AI capabilities, it is essential that the rights of content creators are respected and protected. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. The pros tee off at Royal Troon. 2024 British Open showdown with McIlroy, Woods and Scheffler. The 2024 British Open Championship at Royal Troon is set to begin, with the world's top golfers vying for the prestigious Claret Jug and a prize of $3.1 million. Notable players will tee off in specific groupings, with Rory McIlroy scheduled to start at 5:09 a.m. Eastern Time alongside Max Homa and Tyrrell Hatton. Tiger Woods, a three-time British Open winner, will tee off at 9:37 a.m. alongside Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay. Scottie Scheffler, the current top-ranked player globally, is favored to win and will play with Jordan Spieth and Cameron Young. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Elon Musk moves X and SpaceX to Texas. Impact on tech and the economy. Elon Musk has announced that he will be relocating the headquarters of both his social media company X and SpaceX from California to Texas. This decision follows the signing of a new law in California that prohibits school districts from mandating parental notification regarding a student's gender identity change. Musk cited this law as the final straw in his decision to move the headquarters. The relocation is expected to have significant implications for the tech industry and the economies of both California and Texas. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Heightened security for Trump amid alleged Iran assassination plot and Pennsylvania rally shooting. U.S. authorities have obtained intelligence from a human source regarding a plot by Iran to assassinate former President Donald Trump. This development has led to heightened security measures around Trump, particularly in light of a recent rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, where he was wounded by gunfire. The Secret Service and Trump's campaign have been alerted, and additional resources have been deployed to ensure his safety. Despite the increased security, there is no evidence linking the failed assassin, Thomas Matthew Crooks, to the alleged Iranian plot. Law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, are actively investigating the attempted assassination, with no current evidence pointing to any accomplices of the gunman. Iranian threats and online activity mentioning Trump have raised alarms among officials, indicating a heightened level of concern regarding potential risks posed by Iran to former Trump officials. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Deadly mystery at the Grand Hyatt, Bangkok. Poisoning suspected in 6 foreign national deaths. In a shocking incident in Bangkok, 6 foreign nationals, including 2 Vietnamese Americans, were found dead in a luxury hotel. Thai authorities are investigating the possibility of poisoning as the cause of their deaths. The bodies were discovered in separate rooms on the 5th floor of the Grand Hyatt Hotel, after the guests missed their checkout time by over 24 hours. Initial reports indicate that there were no signs of physical harm or robbery. However, the presence of cups containing a suspicious white substance and uneaten food in the room has led the police to suspect poisoning. Authorities are now searching for a 7th individual linked to the hotel reservation, who is currently being treated as a potential suspect. 4 of the deceased are Vietnamese nationals. The Thai Prime Minister has ordered a swift and thorough probe into the incident to ascertain the exact circumstances leading to this tragic event. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. U.S. military recommends dismantling Gaza aid pier. Israel plans new port and children's hospital. The U.S. military has recommended the permanent dismantling of a pier that has been instrumental in delivering aid to Gaza. Despite facilitating the transfer of £20 million of aid in just 20 days, the pier has faced significant challenges, including mechanical issues and adverse weather conditions. The pier's operational difficulties have led to its proposed dismantling, with the U.S. Central Command recommending its permanent closure. In response, Israel has announced plans to establish a new port facility to replace the U.S.-operated pier. This new facility will include a field hospital specifically for Palestinian children, aiming to continue the flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza. The U.S. military's recommendation marks a significant shift in strategy, highlighting the complexities and difficulties inherent in large-scale aid operations amid persistent conflict and challenging environmental conditions. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Teoscar Hernandez triumphs at 2024 MLB Home Run Derby, claims first title as a Dodger. Teoscar Hernandez emerged victorious in the 2024 MLB Home Run Derby, defeating Bobby Witt Jr. in the final round. This marks Hernandez's first Home Run Derby title, making him the first Los Angeles Dodger to win the prestigious event. The competition took place at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, where Hernandez showcased his exceptional power, hitting 49 home runs to secure the crown. Notably, Hernandez received advice from fellow players, including Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Juan Soto, which contributed to his impressive performance. The event saw several favorites fall early on, but Hernandez managed to outlast Witt Jr. in a thrilling finish. This victory is a significant milestone in Hernandez's career, adding to his growing accolades and earning him a $1 million bonus. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Tenacious D cancels Australian tour after Kyle Gass's controversial Trump joke. Jack Black's comedy rock band Tenacious D has cancelled their upcoming Australia tour following controversial remarks made by bandmate Kyle Gass. During a concert in Sydney, Gass made a joke about the recent assassination attempt on former U.S. President Donald Trump, saying, "Don't miss Trump next time," while blowing out candles on a birthday cake. The comment drew strong criticism from Australian politicians, including calls for the band's deportation. Gass later apologized for his severe lack of judgment, and Black announced the tour's cancellation, stating that he would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence. The band had been scheduled to perform in several Australian cities and New Zealand later this month. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Moonbase breakthrough. Discovering lunar caverns for future astronauts. Scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery on the moon, uncovering a substantial underground cave that could potentially house future astronauts. Located in the Sea of Tranquility, roughly 250 miles from the historic Apollo 11 landing site, this cave extends at least 130 feet beneath the lunar surface. This depth offers a protective shield for astronauts against harsh space conditions, including radiation, extreme temperatures, and micrometeorites. The cave's formation is believed to be the result of ancient lunar volcanic activity, suggesting the possibility of numerous similar pits and lava tubes waiting to be discovered. Researchers utilized cutting-edge radar technology to confirm the existence of these caverns, shedding light on the moon's geological past and evolution over millions of years. Experts envision the prospects of establishing a lunar outpost within these caves, utilizing natural structures to facilitate human settlement without the need for intricate construction endeavors. This discovery sets the stage for groundbreaking advancements in space exploration, paving the way for a new chapter in human history beyond Earth's confines. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. North Korean diplomat defection. Ri Il-kyu flees from Cuba to South Korea. A senior North Korean diplomat stationed in Cuba, Ri Il-kyu, has defected to South Korea, citing disillusionment with the North Korean regime and unfair evaluation of his work. Ri, 52, was responsible for political affairs at the North Korean embassy in Cuba and had been with the North Korean Foreign Ministry since 1999. He received a commendation from Kim Jong-un for successfully negotiating with Panama to lift the detention of a North Korean ship caught carrying arms from Cuba in 2013. Ri fled to South Korea with his family, marking the highest-ranking North Korean diplomat to defect to the South since 2016. This defection underscores the increasing challenges faced by North Korean diplomats abroad, who are subjected to stringent surveillance and allegiance tests. The incident may signal further instability within the Kim Jong-un regime and could prompt more diplomats to seek asylum abroad. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Escalating tensions. Medvedev warns of direct conflict if Ukraine joins NATO. Dmitry Medvedev, the deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, has issued a stark warning that if Ukraine joins NATO, it would lead to direct conflict. This statement has significantly escalated tensions between Russia and the West. Medvedev's comments come amid ongoing geopolitical tensions and the recent NATO summit, where Western allies discussed support for Ukraine in its conflict with Russia. The Kremlin has also stated that it will occupy any remaining Ukrainian lands after a ceasefire, further heightening concerns about the potential for further conflict in the region. Medvedev's stance reinforces the Kremlin's long-standing opposition to NATO's eastward expansion, which it perceives as a direct threat to its national security. The situation remains a critical point of concern for global security experts. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Gaza under fire. Israeli airstrikes claim over 60 lives in Khan Yunis and surrounding areas. Israeli airstrikes in southern and central Gaza have resulted in the deaths of more than 60 Palestinians. The strikes targeted areas including what was designated as a safe zone for civilians. Locations affected include Khan Yunis, Rafah, and Deir al-Bala. 2 doctors have confirmed that the Nasser hospital received numerous casualties from the bombings. The UN and other international bodies have expressed concerns over the humanitarian impact, highlighting that civilians, including women and children, have been disproportionately affected. According to Palestinian health officials, this escalation adds to the growing death toll and humanitarian crisis in the region. Israeli officials stated the airstrikes aimed at militant targets. However, the widespread impact on civilian areas has intensified calls for a ceasefire. The White House also urged for restraint and emphasized the need to protect non-combatants in the conflict zone. As tensions rise, the international community continues to push for immediate dialogue to prevent further loss of life. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Al triumphs again in 2024 MLB All-Star Game. Standout moments from Soto, Duran, and Ohtani. The American League, AL, resumed its dominance over the National League, NL, in the 2024 MLB All-Star Game, securing a 5-3 victory. The game featured standout performances from several key players. Juan Soto of the New York Yankees delivered significant hits, including a pivotal double that provided early momentum. Jarren Duran of the Boston Red Sox shone brightly, crushing a game-winning 2-run home run in the 5th inning that sealed the Owls' victory. Despite an impressive 3-run home run by Shohei Ohtani for the National League, it wasn't enough to turn the tide. The National League fought hard but ultimately succumbed to the American League's prowess. This year's game underscores the Owls' sustained excellence in all-star matchups, continuing a trend from previous years. Fans were treated to a thrilling showcase of baseball talent, with the American League securing a decisive win. The event highlighted the exceptional skill and competitive spirit that defined the MLB All-Star Game. As the dust settles, the American League celebrates yet another triumph, leaving the National League to regroup and strategize for next year's encounter. This is the news for today, Tuesday, July 16, 2024. Melting ice and wobbly Earth. How climate change alters our planet's spin. According to some scientists, climate change is significantly impacting the Earth's rotation and axis. The melting of polar ice due to global warming is redistributing mass towards the equator, slowing down the planet's spin and lengthening days. This redistribution also affects the Earth's axis, causing it to wobble more than usual. The Earth's core is also being impacted, with the movement of molten rock adjusting to the changes in the planet's rotational axis and rate of spin, the effects of climate change on the Earth's rotation are expected to intensify, potentially leading to more unpredictable shifts in the planet's behavior. This underscores the urgency for global initiatives aimed at mitigating climate change to preserve the natural order of our world.